Another foggy day, which means another day I'm not able to attempt climbing that big old tower. It calls to me. Even if I can't make it all the way up to the top, I am going to strive to make it there. Someday. Maybe at the end. I don't know. Well, at any rate, let's go on ahead and finish up the Manderville quests. Oh, where in the world could he be? Hi. Oh, it's you! I don't suppose you bumped into Inspector Hildibrand roaming about, have you? Making his inquiries? I'm afraid not. Oh, ever since Shigure got detained by the Sekisegumi, the inspector's been busy looking into the affairs of Master Akabono, but to no avail. Oh, speak of the devil. Never fear, my faithful assistants. I have returned. Your unwavering loyalty in the pursuit of honor and justice and a hard-boiled egg is to be commended, my good man. I'm allergic. I might go so far as to say that in all my years as an inspector, I have known no fan more passionate than you. But speaking of fans, during the course of my investigation into the darker rumors concerning Master Akabono, I received a mysterious missive I can but presume was penned by one of my many admirers. Speaking of admirers, where is that stock? Oh, there he is. Found him. It's like, where's Waldo? Gosh, Inspector Hildibrand, even in the Far East, you've got yourself a following. Can I see it? Certainly, Nashu. Yeah, I'd like to see that missive too. That's interesting. It's definitely not written by Hingen, but they don't seem to be too good with their Eorzean letters. Yeah, something of light. You who seeks the strongest swords, the Saborosuke hero, know that I have laid claim to this most priceless treasure. If you would make it yours, meet me upon Kugane Owashi for a duel to end all duels. Sincerely, you know who. That something of light, you say? Why, he must be referring to none other than my humble self, the one and only gentleman of light. That said, I would much rather resolve this dispute without resorting to duels and the like. Wait here, my friends, while I go and attempt to reason with this misguided ruffian. Wait, Hildibrand, I think it... I'm pretty sure they wrote warrior, not gentleman. Yeah, I was about to say. Which means they're probably talking about throat? What do you think, Inspector? Yeah, he went off that way to try to stop it. What do you mean he up and ran off? And why are you still standing here? You should hurry up and try to catch him before he does something silly.
Okay.
What, more silly than everything else he's done in these quests? I better stop Hildibrand before something bad... Well, too late for that.
Is that you, Sweet? As you can see, I seem to have found myself in a pickle. And by the pickle in the ground. The damn horseman lies beyond escape, but before I can pass through, I found myself suddenly accosted and invaded. Invaded deathly by the very spotted thing. The door is forgotten, leave it to go.
I'm sorry, what was that? Oh, I get to be in a trial. Well, let's go on ahead and cast off all pretenses. How many of you guessed that Yojimbo is actually Greg? Alright, time to break out my whacking stick. There we go. For far too long I have waited for this rematch. The Saborosuke hero may have brought us together, but 'twas fate that ordained we engage in glorious fisticuffs. But with swords, once more. Victory will be mine this day. The time has come, and so have I. That's what she said? I did not expect such fierce opposition, and from 8 of you no less. Oh God. I still got hit by a couple. Enough. It is time we fought like men, and ladies, and men who dress like ladies. For Yojimbo, it is Gilgameshing time. Oh no, who could have guessed that it was actually Greg all along? Yes, 'tis I, the man, the myth, the legend! Divide and conquer, Gilgamesh style! I think I made a mistake there. Alright, gather up. Didn't want to be tinier than I already was. Tiny song again. I have learned much and more in the Far East, my friends. Behold! Double your pleasure, double your fun! Look behind you! A giant me! Alright, I think these guys still have to stay apart or else bad things happen. There we go.
How our hearts sing in the chaos.
Oh my god, we did that before it killed us. I did that too late.
You have some skill, I'll give you that. But Gilgamesh has only just begun to fight.
Oh, we managed to handle that one well. Alright, well, that wasn't too bad.
What's the matter, friend? All tied up?
Oh, I am in a chain. Please let me go. Kari, you are going to get my commendation. I love you. Oh,
Take wing, ye
Goodbye.
souls of war! Most impressive! Very well. I too shall fight with all my strength.
oh God. Ah! Get him! I couldn't use home gang fast enough.
I will not be bested yet again. How that be?
At least I'm alive at the end.
I yield! I yield! I throw myself upon your boundless mercy and beg forgiveness. Please!
Thank God that's over. And I think that's the only bit of major combat in this little quest line. Anyway, let's... Wow, you... Okay, well, I guess I don't have to pull you out like a weed.
We meet again, Hildy.
Greg! I say you are a sight for sore eyes. However did you come to be here in Kugane? In the Far East, for that matter?
Oh, well, you see, the thing about that is...
He is actually Yojimbo. He's actually Jim. I say, to think that Greg was masquerading as Jim this entire time!
Indeed I was.
After Throat bested me a second time, I quit Eorzea and embarked upon a journey to distant lands, that I might hone my skills in preparation for an inevitable third bout. But when I saw you had misread my carefully written words and come in instead, I felt no choice but to remove you from the field forcibly. Pray forgive me my unkindness, Hildy. Now, Greg, there is no need for apologies between friends. Yet again, I must ask, though, how did you come to be here in Kugane as a ronin of much repute and a remarkably thin waist?
I know it seems far-fetched, even insulting to your intelligence, but there's a simple and highly satisfying explanation. In my quest to hone my skills and procure more powerful weapons overseas, I neglected to budget properly for food and drink, and soon found myself bereft of both. Driven to a deathly hunger, I fell to my knees, and in that instant looked to my bosom friend, the painted rooster that had offered me companionship in my darkest hour.
Oh, I see.
When dawn broke the following day, I was alone once more, a sliver of strength restored by the terrible sacrifice of my comrade, whose body and soul I would carry with me ever after. But by his grace, I survived for days and days after, until I chanced to cross paths with a stray dog. He too was clearly a victim of the slings and arrows of outrageous misfortune, and in each other we found kindred spirits, we orphans of fate. Thus did I name him Daigoro, and thereafter did we travel as one, working together that we might both live to see another day. When we at last arrived at Kugane, I sought employment as a mercenary to rebuild my spent savings and resume my search for the strongest of swords. It was through such ventures that I acquired the Zanmato, in fact, and began to build my reputation as Yojimbo. Naturally, a legendary Ronin must dress to meet the expectations of his clients, and so I assembled an outfit that would satisfy those who requested my services. It was around that time I first saw Throat walking the streets of Kugane, much to my surprise. Needless to say, the sight of the man who had bested me twice before was enough to rekindle my competitive spirit within me. And so when I heard tell of the Saburo Sukehiro, I knew I must claim it in preparation for the battle. The rest you know. Truly a riveting tale. And tragic besides, for though I have fought with all my strength, yet again I was defeated by the great and powerful warrior of light. And as I said to you on the bridge, no more tricks. I have taken my shot and fallen short, and so I will cease my shenanigans and instead pledge my complete support to your endeavors, that I might make amends for my misdeeds. And we should be glad to have it, Greg. Welcome aboard. Let us return to Nashu and share with her the wonderful news.
Okay.
You too, Greg. You're a full-fledged assistant now.
Okay.
Well then, I guess we're adventuring with Greg once again. As an aside, I wonder if we're actually going to be fighting him in Dawn Trail.
Terrible news, everyone!
Whatever is the matter, Nashu?
It's Shigure! As punishment for helping the Wolf Burglar escape, he's been sentenced to death by ritual suicide!
This is indeed a disturbing development, Hildy. We have no time to spare, my friends. Presuming the Wolf Burglar is in the wind, our only recourse is to delve deeper into the hidden past of Master Akabono and uncover proof that the sword he claims was stolen was first stolen by he himself. Divide and conquer, Agents of Inquiry style. We've got a bit of a timer on our hands now. How did Akabono earn his fortune, you ask? By peddling a variety of medicinal wares for all manner of purposes. From what I heard, they were all remarkably effective and popular. He still enjoys a reputation as a premier source of alchemical goods. Would that I had the coin to afford such luxurious potions and potables. His clientele spends in a visit what I earn in a month. I should be glad to speak of Master Akabono to you, albeit solely with regards to his character as a businessman. Like all who have risen to mercantile prominence, he has been at the center of rumor and intrigue. For every man who sings his praises, there's another who would curse his name. None will deny the efficacy of his medicines, which is to be expected given that he utilizes the finest ingredients from that birthplace of alchemy, Razathan. His satisfied customers are beyond counting. On the other hand, none can deny the exorbitant profits he has reaped by tightly controlling the supply of Hanish ingredients. Absent competition, he is free to dictate prices as he sees fit. Fortunately, this has led many in desperate need of his miraculous medicines to spend their entire life savings or seek assistance from disreputable moneylenders. His practices are, ultimately, wholly within the confines of the law. So, again, as a businessman, he is to be lauded for his success, but I will say nothing on his morals or ethics, or lack thereof. Have you tantalizing tidbits of information to share, my good man? Come, out with it! Well, Akabono built his fortune selling miraculous medicines for exorbitant prices. A man who preys on the sick and needy for personal gain, is he? As expected, there is far more to Master Akabono than meets the eye.
Inspector, we've got to hurry! Shigure's execution is going to be carried out any moment now if we don't do something!
What, already? And there I was hoping that we might first conduct a thorough investigation and uncover information which we might convince them to set the poor man free, but absent that, bah, there are many roads which lead to just ends. If we must take a shortcut to avert a grave miscarriage of justice, then so be it. Wait, what do you have in mind? Oh wow, I'm shocked he still has his hair. Honored brothers, I will not beg your forgiveness, only pray that by this humble offering of my life that I might absolve the Sekisegumi of the shame I have brought upon it through my misdeeds. How the hell did he do that so quick? What is the meaning of this? That man is an imposter! Seize him at once! Shigure! Shigure! Now is your chance to escape! I will do no such thing. I may have lost what little honor was mine in life, but at least I can reclaim it in death. Your honor is yet yours, Your honor is yet yours, samurai. I think that's the wolf burglar. Oh, I was right. You need not cut your belly open this day, Shigure, for you have the Saburo Sukihiro and the infamous wolf burglar besides. But why? We had a deal, remember? Temporary release, and I'm a wolf of my word. Aye, this is indeed the Saburo Sukihiro. Very well. Escort the wolf burglar back to his cell and send a runner to Master Akabono's estate at once. Huh, how unexpected.
Okay.
We are far from finished, Shigure. The wolf burglar may be in custody once more, but you must still answer for your reckless actions. Therefore, after further deliberation, I have decided that you will conduct a formal investigation into the rumors surrounding Master Akebono, and that will not be necessary. Indeed, with the return of the wolf burglar, I believe we can consider this tiresome affair resolved. Master Kumode. I almost said commode. Wait, I know you. Master Akebono's guest. The one that Geiko threw into the wall. Oh, surely you must be mistaken. I have no recollection of any such event. Or of you, for that matter. It's probably the hair. Anyway, as I said before, I believe there's no need for any further investigation. Should you deem otherwise, you're free to proceed. However, such wasteful expenditures may force us to reconsider the resources we allocate to you and yours next year. Rest assured, Master Kumode, that we value your counsel deeply and should be glad to defer to your judgment. Shigure, the master of the Saburo Sukihiro, and Master Akebono is now officially closed. That will be all. Yes, that will be all. Okay, that was freaky. Ha ha ha! Verily I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry Inspector Extraordinaire, have once more done the impossible and saved a man from certain death. A shame that the others seem so eager to wash their hands of the affair. Not Shigure, though. I understand he still has questions for the wolf burglar. Yeah, I would imagine so. Whoa, Shigure, over here! Oh, I'm glad he doesn't have to be discharged. Or from the Sekisegumi or life. My friends, I cannot thank you enough. Had you not arrived when you had, I would not be standing before you now. You will forgive me for dispensing with further expressions of gratitude, for I have just returned from the jail where I spoke with the wolf burglar, who shared with me some rather troubling information. Do not keep us in suspense, my good man. What is it? Not long after we delivered the wolf burglar into the custody of the Sekisegumi, Master Akebono stormed into the jail and began berating the turnkey, demanding that they return the stolen contents of his safe. You may recall that we first spoke with Master Akebono concerning this theft shortly after we first met. He was rather secretive regarding said contents at the time, but the wolf burglar said it was an unmarked satchel filled with a white powder. Given Master Akebono's reputation as a purveyor of medicines, our chivalrous thief resolved to steal it for the benefit of the poor and needy, as is his wont. However, since there was nothing to identify what manner of medicine it was, the wolf burglar decided to hold on to it for safekeeping. Plainly, however, it was no ordinary medicine, for why else would Master Akebono clamor for it so? My keen inspector sense is tingling. Where is the satchel now? in the possession of the men and women of the waterways. They will not admit this, however, unless we give them the proper password. As above, so below. Understood. Let us hasten to their den of iniquity. Knew you'd turn up sooner or later. Didn't expect you to be bringing another unfamiliar face, though. No matter. I like the cut of his jib. So, what are you after this time? A certain satchel containing the certain white powder which once belonged to a certain merchant. The Wolf Burglar told me you have it. If he did, then he'd have told you the magic words, too. Oh, yes, of course, they are. Soar high above and never go low. What? Call me, take me, no. This is no time for fun and games, Inspector. As above, so below. Oh, that's it. Nothing personal, but we've got to be careful. Damned if I know what it is, but my gut tells me it's nothing no honest man would keep in a locked safe. That said, a suspicious powder is far from incontrovertible proof of criminal misdeeds. We need to first determine what it is. Any ideas how we might do so? Seek the assistance of a Hanish alchemist or someone versed in their alchemical traditions. Perhaps someone at the Thavnarian consulate? Brilliant minds think alike. For I, too, reached that conclusion but a moment ago. To the Thavnarian consulate, my friends. Here, you can't simply go and bang on the gates of a foreign consulate and expect it. Never mind. It is all rather sudden, I realize, but to reiterate, it is of the utmost importance that we speak to your superiors. To reiterate, have you lodged an appointment or not? Not as such, no. In my hands, they are tied. There are procedures, samurai, and much paperwork. No exceptions can be made. Under normal circumstances, I would agree, but this is a matter of public safety and welfare. Surely an exception can be made. What ho, young Manderville man! Oh! Hi. Father! What brings you to the far side of the world? A complex series of events too exhausting to detail. Of greater importance is what brings us to the consulate. You see, we must needs enlist the assistance of a Hanish alchemist, or one with an encyclopedic knowledge of Hanish reagents. How fortunate, then, that we should chance to meet. I am a representative of the Shajatra concern of Razatan. Should you not know the name? We trade in all manner of alchemical goods. If your quandary requires the expertise of one versed in such wares, pray permit me to assist you. Indeed, to aid the son of Lord Godbert Manderville and his comrades would be an honor most great. That is most generous of you. Far be it from us to refuse. Perhaps a change of venue is in order. I say, let us not impose upon these hard-working keepers of the peace any longer. This powder, it is most fascinating. An ingredient of Hanish origin, this is true, but not one intended for medicinal purposes. Dangerous purposes, rather, and for this reason, its sale is forbidden. In the hands of a master alchemist, it could be used to create duprism. I'm sorry, duprism? A most powerful drug. A mere thimbleful is enough to befuddle the senses, and render even the most strong-willed subject susceptible to any and all commands. You may be assured that this is not an exaggeration. Resistance is, most regrettably, quite futile. Undetectable it is, save for the occasional glimmer in the eyes, a changing of the color, fleeting and impossible. By the Kami, I've seen such a glimmer before. Oh, are you quite sure it was not a trick of the light? I saw it too. Master Kumode is being manipulated. Well, deduced my faithful assistant and undying fan, I was just about to voice the same conclusion. Well, if what you say is true, then a most terrible crime has been committed. Evidence must be gathered and those responsible must be punished. It all makes sense now. Why else would the chief coin counter of the Sekisegumi press so strongly to end an investigation into a modest merchant? Because he drugged him during their meeting. At last we have the motive, means, and opportunity. Come, let us put an end to this once and for all. How wonderful it is to see Hilde's infectious enthusiasm inspire others to rise to the occasion once more. Well then, do not let me detain you. I did not expect to have to do so many voices all at once in that one cutscene. I am gonna get some hot tea after I'm done with this. Akebono, we call on you to come forth and answer for your dastardly deeds.
Doesn't seem like anybody's home, does it?
Wherever could he possibly be? Huh? But that's impossible. Oh. Hi. Let me guess, swapped with Gentle Deadman? Ha! Thought you'd seen the last of me, did you? As if I'd content myself with sitting in a jail, I could escape on a whim while you lot bungle your chance to bring my nemesis to justice. And by escaping on someone else's watch, no one can pin the blame on you this time, eh? Wouldn't want a repeat of before? Don't tell me this was your plan all along, to secure my freedom so we could expose Akebono's crimes together. And reclaim the Saburo Tsukihiro into the bargain, eh? This is no small undertaking, and I knew I'd need all the help I can get. Now that we're all on the same page, let's be on our way. That bastard's bound for the Isle of Becco, off to meet with a silent partner, I'm told. Capital! If we hurry, perhaps we can beat Akebono to the punch! He may be an idiot, but he's got the right idea. There's no time to waste. Very well. If that is the way the winds are blowing, let no one say I don't also blow. You might want to change the wording of that. Well, this is a turn of events. Father! By the kami, could it be that the inspector's father is in league with Akebono? Don't be daft. Look closer.
As always, your discretion in these matters is greatly appreciated.
As is yours, Master Akebono. But to the matter at hand, the dew prism. It has served you well. Met your expectations, I trust.
Exceeded them, I should say. Never in Walui Akebono's wildest dreams could I have imagined such a drug could be so powerful, so effective. Tasteless, odorless, colorless, the chief coin counter had no idea his drink had been compromised. He has already proven to be a most useful tool in manipulating the Sekisegumi, more than worth the regular upkeep to keep him in my thrall. Now that the Saburo Tsukihiro is back where it belongs, I can set my sights on much bigger prizes. The Bugyosho, perhaps. Magistrate Akebono. Why not? Why not? All Kugane is Waluigi's for the taking. I mean Akebono.
You are more right than you know, Master Akebono, for I come bearing a gift courtesy of Manderville and Manderville, a most illustrious Eorzeum consortium, which you have doubtless heard. Their resources are considerable, and their influence extends far beyond the borders of Aldenard. But all their wealth pales in comparison to what I present to you now. As we discussed, Lord Godbert, will you serve Master Akebono faithfully and without question? Will you not? But of course. Kami Fafend, he's under the influence of dew prism. Don't be rash. Wait, you fool! Now is not the time! Father, 'tis I, your beloved son, Hildibrand! Hearken to me, these men are villains! You are being deceived! The inspector arrives, as I knew he would. Doubtless your friends are cowering and hiding. Just as well. In one fell swoop we shall bring an end to this farce. I call upon Eorzea's most fearsome of goldsmiths. I call upon the hammer. Go forth and lay waste to these interlopers. Oh no. Guys, we're screwed. Oh, God. Oh dear. Wow, even got Greg in one fell swoop.
Magnificent! Finish them all! Finish everyone! Oh, they're in the ground. Okay. I mean, he did say finish everyone. He probably should have watched what he said. It falls to you, Hildibrand, Heliodor, Maximilian, Manderville! Ooh. Forgive me, father, but you know not what you do! You are a Manderville! Look at all these fun memories we've built over the past couple of Manderville quest lines. Mainly Hildibrand getting pile driven and driven into the ground in general. I remember that time when we saw the epitome of Final Fantasy XIV. Such sweet memories. And yeah, they're all of him getting his stuff beaten. Oh. And Godbird being a proud father.
Manderville man! Abort. Father, abort. Spare me your reverse Manderville meteor strike. Whew, and I'm spent. What happened here?
You happened here. Well, at least everybody's out of the ground.
Well, this is all very embarrassing. Very embarrassing indeed. 1,000 pardons to you all for my rather excessive display of martial prowess.
I mean, it was amazing, and I'm kind of shocked that I came out unscathed.
Oh, it should go without saying, but Manderville will be severing all ties with the Shajatra concern.
And the Wolf Burglar gets his sword back. Rejoice, my friend, for we have reclaimed the Saburo Sukihiro once more. How fortunate that the dastardly Akabono would be so loath to set it aside that he would rather bring it with him to a secret rendezvous. A final favor, if you'll indulge me. Lay it at my father's grave. Right then, I suppose you'll be wanting to get me back to the jail. Regardless of the reasons, a crime is a crime, and mine are many, and an upstanding Sekisegumi like yourself must adhere to a code, no?
Indeed I must, which is why it will be with much regret that I informed my superiors that I have not seen neither hide nor hair of the notorious Wolf Burglar.
Huh? You're sure about this?
Not if you ask me again. Go to your father.
Shigure has the right of it. You should be the one to bring your father's spirit the comfort and closure it deserves.
You're mad, each and every one of you. Even the samurai. And I love you all the more for it. Thank you. Hold fast to a righteous creed, yet recognize when too rigid an adherence would result in greater injustice. Truly, I am privileged to have witnessed this display of nuanced nobility. Would that, like the burglar, I might find a measure of peace in mourning mine own dearly departed. Oh, Enkidu, if only you knew how sorry I am. Wait. Enkidu's alive?
Then what the hell did you eat?
Enkidu, but how? Then what was it that I ate that fateful day?
Fools, you think this is the end? I think not.
What the hell? What? Oh. You okay, Greg? Oh, God.
Huzzah! You belong to me now, Ronin. Now spirit me away from this place. Far, far, far away.
Far, far, far away. Greg, no! Cease your egress! Beyond the rift that lies between, to wondrous worlds yet unseen.
Wait, no. How dare you twist words carelessly spoken in the heat of the moment?
Mommy, this is going to get worse before it gets better.
Wait for me, Inspector.
Nashu, not you too.
Oh, great.
Oh, there he goes, my beloved son! Not content to fly off into the sky as before, this time he elects to take his leave by vanishing into the earth. Brief though our time was together, I cannot deny how much he has grown, both as an inspector extraordinaire and a Manderville man besides. I say a father could not be more proud.
Where the hell did they go, though? Well, I'm content with just seeing that stuff work itself out, instead of having me deal with it.
And off goes Lord Godbert, along with Akebono. We should thank him for that. Nothing left for us but to follow them back to Kugane, I suppose. Are you ready?
Okay.
Good. Then let us be off. I cannot even begin to imagine where I would be had I never crossed paths with you and your comrades. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for everything. The Sekisegumi have concluded that even before the chief koi cutter fell under Akebono's thrall, he willingly and enthusiastically conspired with the merchant to illicit ends, and so he will be held to account. As for Akebono and his now defunct enterprise, the Thavnarian consulate has agreed to intercede on behalf of his countrymen to broker a more equitable arrangement between Hanish suppliers and Hingan merchants. All agree that another monopoly would serve no one's interests. Regardless of their motivations, if their actions put more medicine in the hands of the sick and needy, then I think it's safe to call it a change for the better, don't you? The best part, if you ask me, in light of Akebono's crimes, all debts owed to him by those forced to pay his exorbitant prices are to be wiped clean.
Hey, that's a good thing.
There was a time when I might not have thought this much. Good and evil, the innocent and the criminal, all seem so simple in the abstract, but out here in the real world, life is anything but. You and the inspector helped me understand how naive I was. You taught me to look beyond appearance and hearsay and not be too quick to judge a man for his misdeeds. If I'm worthy of the Sekisegumi, it is because of you and him. Speaking of which, what exactly did become of Inspector Hildibrand? Do you think we ought to do something, conduct a search, or...?
Probably not. They'll turn up again somewhere down the line.
Oh, so this is a regular occurrence, is it? Fair enough. If you are certain that he will turn up eventually, none worse for the wear, then I shall take your word for it and strike all worry from my mind. Should that fateful day ever come that you and he are reunited once more, I but ask that you give him my best regards. I would say the same for the Wolf Burglar. Wonder what he's doing now.
Probably paying his respects to his father.
What becomes of a man after death I do not know, but I should like to believe that his father rests more easily this day.
Shigure, this is no time to dawdle. Your duties are far from finished.
Yes, forgive me, right away. I must take my leave, but wherever you are passing through Kugane, whenever you are passing through Kugane, I pray you do not hesitate to call on me here at the barracks.
I have learned the emote Manderville Mambo. Ooh, good, I can dance. Ah, yes. One last task for me. With all that out of the way, I can go climb the tower, can't I? Oh, also the Wolf Burglar is up there. I want to get up to where he is. Wonder if he has an actual name. Up, then there's the stalker. Hildibrand will return? More than likely. And we're back to where this whole series of Hildibrand quests began. You know what? I changed my mind. I don't want to climb it. It is a silly thing to do.